afternoon. Welcome to the Wyatt Live 1 p.m. Facts over feelings. What's good? What's happening with my folks? Let's do this sound check real fast. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, throw a thumbs up. If you can hear me, throw a thumbs up. If you can't hear me, throw a thumbs up. What's good? What's good? It feel like we've been apart. We've been away for a while. What's good? We've been away for a while. Thanks, Darren. Darren says, yes, I can hear you. Anybody else? Who can't hear me? Tell me right now that you can't hear me. Say, nah, hey, Wyatt, I can't hear you. I'm just kidding. What's good, yo? Look, first announcement. Thanks, Roz. He says clear. Don't think I didn't hear that shit. Do you? See, Roz always got to be the first one with some hater shit when we come into the building. He always come in. The first hater shit he said was, I like Phil Collins' version better. I do too. What's up, DC? DC started some hater shit too. DC, I don't know which one of y'all gonna get blocked first between you and Roz. I don't know. But D, y'all running a real close race of who gonna get blocked first today. DC came in here talking about some Go Bengals shit, and Roz talking about the music. So I got to weigh this one, and I'm gonna say DC is ahead now. He ahead now with the, look, let me just say this. Let's get it out of the system now. I'm a Who Dey guy, okay? I've been a Bengal fan since I was a little yay high, since I was a little boy. That ain't never gonna change. Never going to change. But now let me express something to you. All y'all Monday morning quarterbacks and Monday morning coaches and all this old goofy ass shit, stop it. Stop. Y'all the same ones that were saying what you're saying right now. You were saying that about the Bengals the year we went to the Super Bowl, and you was looking dumb as hell. You was looking dumb as hell. It's the same coaching staff, damn near exactly the same players. Everybody but what's his name? P. Ryan. And P. Ryan ain't make that much of a damn difference from a Super Bowl run to this failing year that we're having. And we're not really failing. It's a 50-50. We at 50-50 ball right now. We at 50-50 ball. And here's the thing. Here's what y'all really don't understand. You just lost your leader. You just lost your leader. Burrow was not out there. T. Higgins was not out there. The defense is banged up. I'm not making up excuses, damn it. I'm just speaking reality. I'm speaking reality. And then you go and play a team like Pittsburgh, who always come physical. And then here go your other thing. Pittsburgh just fired their coach, their offensive coordinator. So of course they about to open up the playbook and go hard at us. No excuses here. There was just a lot of factors. There's a lot of factors. We played in Cincinnati. That was the only advantage we had that day. Everything else, look, y'all know I'm true blue Who Dey. I went in to holler for my man Browning, like to run the team and shit. I even tried to do a prediction that failed. My numbers were about right, but I never said that he was going to have, he was going to win. I never said that, but I wanted him to. But the truth of the matter is you got to get your running game going. And that's almost impossible with this offensive line we have right now. Then we got a quarterback who started his very first game in the NFL, who threw 14 passes in the NFL starting yesterday against a vicious defense like Pittsburgh. And y'all want to call the whole team trash. You want to call the coaching staff trash. That's ridiculous. This is the same, damn near the same team that went to the Super Bowl with the same playbook, the same coaches, and y'all want to say the coaching is trash. Now, the play calling may not always be on point, but that's because of what the defense dictates. I mean, damn. Oh, Carolyn Smith got some point here. She got some groove to her right here. She says, fix that raggedy ass time clock at the raggedy ass stadium. Let me just say something about that. There is something about playing the Pittsburgh Steelers that gives me a gut feeling of they just got some shit going on in their whole program that says cheat. I know it was a home game. But there's ways of getting into things and controlling, stadiums and clocks and shit. Everything about the Pittsburgh Steelers, there's always some time clock, some clock shit going on in their games when they end up winning. Did you see when they beat Cleveland the other couple weeks ago? And they let the clock run out, and it's always, well, it went under 2 minutes, so now they can't stop the clock. It's always some clock malfunction, or some not running the clock right, or something happened with the clock. It's always the clock. Pittsburgh Steelers is the luckiest team in the league when it come down to some misfortune. It always the coin always flipped to them when it come down some misfortune of the clock. Always took our momentum away on a whole drive. They got 5 clocks down there and couldn't get none of them right. 5 clocks. And Carolyn, stop that. What did you say about the stadium? You said that raggedy ass stadium. Please stop. Don't say raggedy ass stadium, please, because as soon as you get these folks to have to push up some money for a new stadium, they're gonna be crying. They're gonna be hollering and crying and shit. We don't need no new stadium. We got all these people sleeping on the streets. We got all these people going to jail. We got all these people that ain't got no jobs. We don't need no new stadium. We don't need to be paying Joe Burrow $275 million, which all this shit has nothing to do with one or the other. The only reason why, and the only reason and capability that they have, the only way that they can pay Joe Burrow's $275 million is if people take their broke asses down to the stadium and buy beer, tickets, and stuffed animals and have cookouts. That's the only way they can pay for it. Ain't no tax dollars paying for that for Joe Burrow. None. So stop. Build a new stadium. It's an investment. It's an investment. Damn. People be tripping. Well, you got all these poor people in America, all these poor people, and they down there building stadiums. Well, everybody ain't poor. And the people that got a few dollars want some shit to do. Some people want to entertain off of their hard work. They didn't put the work in. Now they want to have some entertainment. So that's what their entertainment is. Some people buy season tickets. Some people buy tickets on game day. Some people can afford to do the good things in life. Everything ain't gloom and doom and, oh, the poor, and everybody don't live like that. Stop. Some of us get up every day and put that work in. And if you work hard, you should play hard. Bottom line. Now, let me move on. I got something I want to talk about today. But before I get to it, I just want to know, how was everybody's Thanksgiving? Mine was beautiful. Mine was beautiful. See, y'all, I got to take a sip for this. I don't want to talk about the Buckeyes. I can read your mind, DC. I don't want to talk about them. I'm reading your mind right now. You about to type that shit in the screen. Talking about some Michigan, all that old shit. You didn't like Michigan because your kid went to start going to Michigan. You ain't thought about no damn Michigan. Look out of here. I'm just playing, DC. Let me just say this to you guys. Okay, Tim Scott, what's good with you, brother? He said his was great. Was everybody, look, I took a sip so I can just relay this little message. I'm getting older. Speaking of getting older, I can't go into that saying it like that. Let me just say this to you. Today is going to be a short show. You know why, guys? Today is my wife's birthday. Okay, so after the show, we're going to get together and we're going to do the dinner thing, take her to her favorite spot. She's out at the little spot right now getting, what they do, what the ladies do, what y'all love to do to celebrate your birthdays and spend some time. I guess she got a little drink in her hand and she getting her nails and feet and all that shit done that y'all like to do. I understand. So today is Mrs. Wyatt's birthday, and we're going to go out and have dinner at her favorite restaurant in the Cincinnati area and enjoy the rest of the day. We have 6:30, 7 o'clock. I don't know. I better check it. But I said we'll be leaving at 6. So whatever time it is. So it's her birthday, and we're going to enjoy it. She's over at Woodhouse. If any of y'all are familiar with that, she's at Woodhouse. I can't tell you destination time and all that old shit because some of y'all might pull up. She don't do that type of shit. We pull up, there might be some odd shit going on over there. But anyway, it's her birthday, and we're going to go out and let her do what she do. So I want to wish my wife a happy birthday. All of that. So I'm going to try to get out of here at a reasonable time so I can, take a shower and get ready to go to dinner and do that thing. Okay. That all being said, How was everybody's Thanksgiving? Now, before I was going to go into this, I had to take a sip. Thank you to all of those. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Unlike some of y'all who celebrate your birthday all month. I ain't gonna call no names. They on here now. My birthday in 28 days, y'all. Stop. Sorry, I'm reading comments, man. I'm reading comments. YouTube, y'all tripping. Anyway, I'm getting older. So Thanksgivings are a little bit better for me now because I really don't like to do a lot of people. I've never really been a social bee. And now I know in my older age that it's definitely um now I feel like I can express not being a social bee. Like I spent a lot of time on Thanksgiving alone. And I love it. I don't know about y'all, but I love being by myself. And I don't mean like just me by myself. I mean, of course, my immediate family. I'm just talking about like I don't like going cousins and I don't like doing all that shit. It to me for some odd reason, man, it seems like it's a catch up day, and I don't like catching up with everybody because when some people find out that you what you're doing or whatever, they catching up is a little bit different. When you catch up with them, they trying to catch up on their bills and shit. You just talking about life in general. When they catching up, they want to catch up with the shit they got going on in life. And I ain't trying to finance nobody's catching up. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm to myself. And that's just I'm just, I'm cool with that. I don't need to be catching up with nobody. I just don't need to be catching up. So that's just me. I'm just saying. I didn't come from a you know, like most of us. I'm not from a generational wealth family. All right, so we got shit going on in our life, and catching up means we got to hear about a lot of shit. And I ain't that type. I like to keep. Y'all know what I mean. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you probably the family member that's going to catch up with your people. Catch up. And I ain't got time for that shit, man. I don't like that. So I'm gonna this was one of the years I enjoyed the family. My daughter came in from school. Both of them came in. We have a lot going on at the end of November, going into December. My wife's birthday is today. My birthday is 7 days from my wife's birthday. And then my oldest daughter, her birthday is 7 days from my birthday. So we have these 3 weeks that are powerful. And when they were kids, when my children were kids, that was a great thing because we would like go on a cruise and we would go for 2, 3 weeks. And that was like a great birthday part, gathering together. We would celebrate our birthdays all at the same time, whether we go to Mexico, we go somewhere nice and spend those 2, 3 weeks together. And then you got Christmas and then New Year's. And then you wait a few months. My youngest daughter's birthday come in April, the end of April. So the end of the year, first part of the year is always good for the Wyatt family. It's pretty good. Who's still eating leftovers? Some of y'all took that shit to work today. Some of y'all is cutting it all the way down to the bone of that bird. I mean, who's still eating leftovers? How long? I need to know in the screen. I'll take a survey. How long is it cool to start eating? Like, how many days after Thanksgiving do you think you should cut off the leftovers? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many days? Like, you got Thursday you eat. Everybody wake up eating Thanksgiving for breakfast on Friday. Then you got Saturday and Sunday, and here you are Monday. How many days before we cut off the Thanksgiving food? Before you throw some shit away? I threw a bunch of stuff away last night. I'm just curious, how many days? Now, I will say this. The desserts, that's a little bit different. Like, I still have some pumpkin pie and I still have some chess pie. I'm a pumpkin pie, chess pie eater, okay? I still have a little bit of that left, but the chess pie is going to get up out of here today. It's drying out. Anybody that eats chess pie knows what I'm talking about. It's pretty much dried out, so it's over. Today is the last day I'm getting rid of the chest pie. It's sitting up there. I'm gonna get rid of it. But the pumpkin pie is in the refrigerator and it's staying refrigerated and it's still good. So I'm still there's still a few pieces of pumpkin pie left over. So I'm gonna put some damage on that. But other than that, man, like the ham and the chicken and bird, all that, the chicken, all that stuff, the sides, the biscuits, the rolls, whatever you had, it's over for me. It's over for me. I can't do anymore. I can't do anymore. So I'm gonna go back after the show and I'm gonna read those comments of how many days because I'm curious to know. I want to know from the Wyatt Live family how many days do we eat on leftovers from Thanksgiving. Me, I'm only good for 2, maybe 3 days, and that's it. That's pretty much it for me. Um, quick thing. All right, I went over my wife's birthday. Like I said, this is gonna be a quick conversation. I just want to say something real fast. Remember we had the conversation and we were talking about Diddy? And we were talking about how Diddy is facing this lawsuit. And I didn't feel comfortable about it. I didn't feel good about it. I was like, wait a minute. Why after so long do people come forward and say these things? And I also brought up a point. I don't know how many of y'all remember this. Please tag somebody because now we about to get into something. I'm about to piss a few of the ladies off. I know I'm gonna piss them off. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I do that. How long should some shit go down? How many years should something had been ago? Should been ago, and now you come back with a lawsuit. And remember when I was talking about this initially, when we were talking about it was a $30 million lawsuit, and I asked the ladies on the show, and I'm sorry, ladies, I'm sorry, but I gotta ask you, I gotta put y'all on the spot on this. Why, if you want to see justice, why don't you file criminal charges? Oh, because the statute of limitation on criminal charges may be up. However, civil charges you can still file. Now that depends on what state you're in. So you telling me something that happened to you 10 years ago, you should be able to file a civil lawsuit and say he raped me. He forced me into human trafficking 10 years ago. He touched me inappropriately 10 years ago. He traumatized my life and I was with him for 7 years. But this was 10 years ago. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm standing on my circle on this. Like I told y'all a few days ago when we talked about this last week. I'm very suspicious when you have people that come forward after 20 and 30 years and say, I was abused. I was physically abused by someone. And then you monetarily come in to try to be compensated. You don't want them to go to jail. You're not even asking for the statute of limitations of that to be redone. You're not looking for that. You're looking for financial compensation. I got an issue with that. Now, here's what happened. Diddy, we don't know what the number is, but he pretty much settled that lawsuit because it was a lawsuit. It was a shakedown lawsuit in my eyes. As soon as he settled that, what did it do to him? It opened the door for every other situation that could possibly come up and put him in the situation he in right now. Tracy Dillingham, what's up, sis? She says, I hope you had a good holidays, Tracy, you and the family. She says, the common person does not know what to do as it relates to suing someone. They are being advised by their lawyer. Well, of course. But why did it take you 30 years to go get a lawyer? That's all I'm saying to you. You have women now coming back on Diddy saying that he did something 30 years ago. Y'all not getting Bill Cosby vibes? That's just my opinion. I mean, they have opened up the hen house for these type of allegations. And anybody that can prove, here's the other thing, the level of proof, it's really is a slight. The evidence is slighted. Like, you don't really have to have that much. All that individual has to do is find an opportunity to say, yes, we were in a room together. And they will, it's like, how does the court take that person's side over the doubt? How does that happen? How does that happen? And Carolyn Smith says more like R. Kelly vibes. Well, here's the difference. Here's the difference. The whole time R. Kelly was a star. Now, I think we'll agree to this, Carolyn. We might not agree on the vibes, but I think we will agree to this. I don't think there's been a time in R. Kelly's career that, as us, the R&B community, never said that he wasn't a creep. Like, we all knew. We all knew. Now, some people was like sitting on their hands like, oh, no, that's just a rumor. But a lot of us said, nah. He ended up with a 15-year-old wife. That gives me creep vibes. That gives me vibes that somebody here is a creep. I don't know any grown man who would marry a 15-year-old girl. Hang out at high schools. I just don't know any of that. All right, so here's what I did. I opened up a can of worms here. Let me see here, because I don't mind the conversation. I really don't mind it. But here's what I don't see. Here's what I don't see. I'm gonna read y'all comments. Let me note what I don't see, okay? Because I will forget my thought, and maybe it'll answer what y'all saying. So I wanted to note what I don't see. Check this out. LaDonna says, I was going to say Bill Cosby. Oh, Lord, hope CK ain't here. Let's see here. Okay, Tracy said, additionally, if I know my current boyfriend blows up the car or my ex-boyfriend at his house and see everyone around him die, I may be afraid to come forward. Okay, maybe so. But isn't that the person that you want to go to jail versus trying to sue them civilly? Some people protect their freedom and their money the same way. If you're going to sue me for $30 million, I might as well just kill you, right? That's the way I look at it. I mean, what? You think you won't go? You don't think somebody won't put a hit on your life when you trying to damage their finances? Yeah, they will. Stephen Speed, what's up, brother? He said it's a Russell Simmons documentary that is wild. We all know Russell Simmons like young girls too. Ron, what's good? Did he not laugh so hard at the case against Trump? Now is yeah, I know he laughed about Trump when he knew that, he knew what could hit him. He knew it. I'm gonna give you a little piece of something on that situation, Ron. Stay tuned, bro. Stephanie Hyde, this is the one I wanted to read. It's long and it seems like it's somewhere from a woman's perspective. So let me jump into this one real fast. I'm no woman, so I can't give you a woman's perspective. However, I can give you a man's perspective of in his position, in Diddy's position. Let me read this real fast. Wyatt, being a woman, I think it's a bunch of crap the way these women bring these charges. Oh, shit is different. I thought she was going to be saying something different. She says, I think it's a bunch of crap the way these women bring these charges after years and years. The time has passed. Leave him alone. If you didn't foul when it happened, let sleeping dogs lie. Just my opinion. I understand. I get it. Now, let the sleeping dogs lie and shit. Here's my thing with that, cuz, if you don't mind. I think that if somebody did something to you, physically assaulted you or sexually assaulted you, if they did these things, I think they should go to jail. I think you should be able to file criminal charges, just like they did Bill Cosby. Just like they did Bill Cosby. I don't understand. I do understand, but I don't understand why people can't see when you're trying to sue someone civilly versus sending them to jail. You don't want to file a criminal charge on them. I mean, but it's a civil charge. That don't tell you, like for instance, let's take OJ. OJ was charged in a criminal case. They wanted him to go to jail. The state moved forward on it. You understand what I'm saying? They felt they had enough evidence. They got an indictment. They felt they can move forward on a case, and they failed at their case. But then here comes a civil case that says that OJ was liable in the death of Nicole and the kid, the other guy. So if I am a woman that's been abused by Diddy or anybody like that, why don't I file a criminal case? It don't absolve. It's not going to take away the financial, the civil case. It won't take it away. So it's just like what they did to R. Kelly. R. Kelly got found guilty on the criminal charges because he was guilty, and he still was sued civilly. So I mean, why just make it about the money? That's all I want to know. Why make it just about the money? Ross says, with peace sissy settling, wouldn't that open up a criminal case? Not necessarily. Nope. Because they can tell if you look, there's going to be a DNA, there's going to be a non-disclosure in the settlement, which means there's going to be something where this person can't come forward in a criminal trial and testify. That would be a witness. Okay. If the state picked it up, the state need witnesses. Just because you took a civil case and you kind of took a deal on the side, the state can't come to you and say, we need you to testify against this individual. You could just plead the fifth. You could say, I don't know what you're talking about. You could just, you could just not be a witness. It's very hard for the state to prove a case on someone if they have no witnesses. So, I mean, civil cases seem to be more important to people these days because of the bread. Lamont says, Diddy been taking man booty and women booty for years. Maybe so, L. Maybe so, Lamont. But here's my thing. For each his own, brother. I ain't got no problems with men that like men. I ain't got no problems with ladies that like ladies. I don't have a problem with a man that like both. I don't have a problem with women that have both. I think, there's some connections that are loose somewhere in people that do shit like that. But that's my personal opinion. God didn't build me like that, so I can't really, you know what I'm saying? Some people can read better than they can do math. They wired different. Some people can do math better than they can read. They just wired different. And I just think that, we wired the way we wired for some odd reason. I just never been into no 15-year-old girls as a grown ass man. That just never really done anything for me. Let's see here. Let me see. Tracy says, so what should the woman do? Sit down and shut up? After 30 years, sis, I'm sorry. It's very unbelievable for me. Now, look, I'm just giving you my perspective and my, how I feel about it. I just think that you say a lot when you're trying to go after monetary damages versus wanting someone to actually pay for the crime that they committed. That's just my opinion. I think if somebody said to me, like, let's just look at it like this. If I was in a car accident and somebody hit my car and they didn't have insurance, and I said, well, wait a minute, you don't have insurance. How you gonna fix my car? And they say, well, look, I've been in the game. I've been in the car fixing business. I could tell what it's gonna take. I'm looking at your fender. I'm looking at your door. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the glass. I got to replace. I get to get the paint car. Got to get it painted. I'm gonna give you $7,500 to fix your car. Now, you might take the person's information and y'all might try to settle this thing on your own because there was no damages. The car got messed up, okay? You may not want the report to go to the police because this individual might have been driving without a license or something. You might not want something to happen to that individual. I don't know. Some will be like, nah, I got to report this. I don't want your $7,500, even though it's $1,000 more than what it's supposed to be. You're not even supposed to be out on the road driving. You could do this to somebody else. Some people just see things different. Me, I don't know what I would do in that case. I don't know if I would report it to my insurance company to go after his insurance company, which I know he doesn't have insurance. So now what do? Do I make his life tough? But here's the thing. He didn't victimize me. Let me bring it so you understand where I'm coming from. It would be a no doubter. I would probably try to work with the fella if he did this and didn't have insurance and things of that nature, I wouldn't try to end his life. But now check this shit out. Knock on wood, heaven forbid this happens to anybody. Same accident happens and my baby's in the back seat and my baby passes out, passes. My child or my wife or somebody is killed in that same accident. There ain't no cracking no deals. You victimized me. Your money is not enough for the punishment you did. You took the life of my child. You took the life of my wife, or you took the life of my loved one. You have to pay for that. Not financially, criminally. You was drinking and driving. You were doing something that you shouldn't have done to create this this accident. Yeah, I think I would have a different break. I would look at it totally different. Now, let me just speak as a woman, which y'all know I can't really do that. I'll do the best I can. If I'm a woman and you raped me, okay? Not if I went to a party with you and we was doing drugs together and I can't even remember half the shit. But I woke up and my panties was over there and I'm over here and I woke up and I know something happened. There's used condom. Something happened and I feel violated. I might have been I might have been negligent in my own demise there. I might have put myself in a position to be done like that. Might be a little complicit. And I know that's going to hurt some feelings. But now let's just turn it around and say that you forced all of this on me and I didn't do drugs. You slipped me drugs. You did something to me and you did this to me without my awareness. You committed a crime to harm me. And I had no knowledge of it. Like I didn't know what I was getting into. I want you to go to jail. You did me wrong. I want you to go to jail. Damn your money. I'll get your money after the guilty verdict. Tell me where I'm missing. I mean, who do y'all understand the analogy? Do you understand where I'm coming from? Like you wronged me by a criminal act. You victimized me. You know what I'm saying? I can't save you from the crime you committed on me. So yeah, I'm going to file my criminal charges. I want your ass to go to jail for what you did because you probably did it to somebody else. You probably will do it to somebody else. And your money shouldn't be able to buy you out of it. And I'm going to tell you right now, the hypocrisy in the same people who think it's okay for this individual to just get money, compensation damages, money. You just want money. Those are the same people that talk about rich people and privilege and rich people shitting this and this and this and that. But it's okay if they pay your ass. So what happens when the rich people start buying all of the damn limbs and shit? What happened when all the rich people start buying the kidneys? What happens when the rich people start buying things that they need that there's a waiting list for? Yeah, it's okay to be rich when you getting it. But when you on the other end of rich, you got all this shit to say about rich people. That's what kills me about people that you don't never hear rich people talking like that, do you? I ain't never heard no rich person talking about, we got it so motherfucking good, man. I just feel sorry. I feel sorry for, man, you know what, man? Damn, man. Damn. You don't hear rich people complaining. I mean, it's just hypocrisy to me. The only time you hear people talking about rich people, it's broke people. It's not broke, but you know what I'm saying. Them the only people that talk about rich people. And you got it to feel that way because, of course, the government has convinced people. The government has convinced everybody that's watching this program right now, except for those that may know. They have convinced everybody that rich people don't pay taxes. They say rich people don't pay taxes. Okay. Okay. I don't want to get into that. That's a whole nother show. Rich people don't pay taxes. Okay. All right. So I just think that if Diddy did these things, that he should be facing criminal charges. And when y'all didn't see this coming. See, I told y'all that he should have never settled. Because when he settles, it opens the door. Now, ladies, y'all might not like what I've been saying, but here, I'm not trying to clean it up, but I am about to tell you some shit that's really real. Okay, check this out. I was actually on Diddy's side for a little while with the he's being targeted shit. Okay. But now that some new information that came out, I think Diddy might be guilty. I think Diddy might be guilty. Maybe not of everything that he's been alleged of doing, but based on some of the things that just came out in his affiliations, yeah, I think Diddy might be guilty of some of this shit. Let me tell you why. There's a situation out right now that him and Aaron Hall are being sued by a young lady. Now, soon as Diddy's name got affiliated with Aaron Hall, for y'all that don't know, Aaron Hall is the lead singer of Guy. And if anybody knows Aaron Hall, you might not know him personally, but if you know of his reputation in the industry and his reputation with women, his reputations of alcoholism, his reputations of being abusive to people, if you know anything about Aaron Hall, soon as your name is brought up with you and Aaron Hall did some shit to somebody, I've heard Aaron Hall interviews. I've heard what Aaron Hall had to say about what he used to do to young girls, and after the show, there's the after party. I didn't heard all that shit from Aaron Hall. And if Diddy and Aaron was tight like that, chances are, Diddy is probably guilty of the things that he's been accused of. Now, let me just say this to you. It still don't excuse somebody waiting 30 years to say this happened to me. It don't excuse that. But let's keep in mind, and I'm not, I got daughters, so I got to be sensitive, but I got to speak my truth. I remember the 90s. I remember the 90s, and I remember the girls that stood behind the stage. I remember the backstage pass girls. I remember all of that. And I remember what those girls would open themselves up to do to be part of the entourage. I remember those days. Now, do they deserve to be abused? Do they deserve to? No, but we all know that it's no different than the young girl that was with Diddy. I think, what was her name? Casey or Cassie or something like that. She was willing to do whatever she needed to do to stay in that circle, in that environment, in that group of celebrities. She was willing to do whatever it took. She would cut her hair. She would, wear certain clothes. She would go on dates possibly with other dudes. She did what Diddy told her to do. She didn't have to do that. Nor did the women that R. Kelly was putting in them situations. I watched that R. Kelly documentary, and I had mixed emotions, because he had that one little girl who mother and father was out there on the road trying to bring that girl in, bring her back home. But I also seen a mother and a father who introduced a 14 and 15-year-old, or 14 or a 15-year-old daughter to R. Kelly, and he took her over. You put your daughter in the lion's den. You put your daughter there, and now you want him to be the monster. And I mean, you already knew what you was dealing with. You want your daughter, and you want to live such a lifestyle, celebrity lifestyle, so bad that you willing to sacrifice your own cub. You willing to sacrifice your own baby to live a certain lifestyle. It just never really been on my agenda, but I'm just going to be honest with you. When the affiliation of Diddy and Aaron Hall came up, that took me where I needed to go mentally. And that was, Diddy's probably that type of individual. He's probably the type of individual to do the things that, see, Aaron Hall's already admitted it. He's already admitted having multiple sex partners, guys taking turns and doing all of that stuff. He's admitted to that. Hold on, let me see. Let me go in. This is McConnell. He always sends some good stuff. So let me see something. McConnell says some of them was just pimping their kids. Absolutely. They was taking their kids backstage to R. Kelly concerts, wanting them to sing. Kelly wasn't thinking about them girls singing. He wanted to take them back to the crib and do what they do. He had them on the road with him. They lived at his house while he was on the road. You know, he was a creep. He did what they said he did. That's why he's sitting in penitentiary. I bet you Diddy won't sit in a penitentiary. You know why? Because there's no criminal charges. If you can go back and file charges on R. Kelly for 30 years ago, why haven't they done it on Diddy? Why haven't they done it on Diddy? Because the money is more important to people. They'll take $2 or $3 million. They'll take a $500,000 payday to go away because that's what's more important. His freedom, the penalty to him, don't really matter to a lot of people. Stephanie Hyde said these parents put money before their child. Wow. Yes, you're right. Regina, what's good, sis? She says parents should be charged. That's ridiculous. I think parents should be charged a whole lot when their kids do some shit, but they don't listen to me, Regina. If you got a 14-year-old son out here shooting people, your ass need to go to jail with him. You need to be on cell block D. He need to be on cell block C. That's my opinion. That's how I feel. Some parents don't need to be parents. No different than if a parent sell their soul and sell their kids to these predators. They need to be held responsible, just like a parent who creates a gangster out here. If you a parent and you out here letting your kids just do whatever and reckless and you can't control them, that was part of the contract of being a parent. See, y'all think we got a gun epidemic. We ain't got no damn gun problem. We got a bad parent problem. And I'm going to do a show on that this week. I got a lot of ammunition. I just ain't downloading my videos. Wait till I show you the videos of what's going on right now. See, here's what I'm saying. Remember when I was talking about NAACP, talking about Florida? They were talking about where I live. They was talking about, oh, we got a travel ban to Florida. Well, isn't it funny that they ain't put a travel ban up in none of these cities like Chicago, Baltimore, Cincinnati? They ain't putting no travel ban up, and we got 14, 13, 14, 12-year-old kids out here shooting 30-year-olds, banging them up out of here one by one, putting them back. And ain't nobody said shit. I ain't heard a chaos agent say shit yet. Did you hear about the four kids, 12, 13, 14, and the other two 12-year-olds, a 13 and a 14-year-old that got shot up in Chicago over the weekend because they was stealing cars and the owner shot their asses up? I don't see Black Lives Matter and all them out there trying to get these kids together, and I sure in the hell don't see them passing out pamphlets to parents. How to parent better. When did Black lives really matter? Remember we was asking that question over here on Wyatt Live. Everybody else was rocking T-shirts and Black Lives Matter and putting the flags up and fitting into bullshit. Fitting in. And we was over here talking real shit, but we was the ones that just don't get it. Remember that? Here I am. Remember that? Where they at now? I was saying it when they wasn't around, when they was coming up for legitimate reasons. For they 1.5% problem. They was coming up saying something about it and making it an everyday thing. Like kids, like black people getting shot up by the police every day. No, black people getting shot up by black people every day. That's more of a threat to black people. What are you talking about? When I said that, you lost your mind because you conditioned. Them same folks, you can say what you want to say. Them same folks you think got your back, got your mind. You worried about a 1.5% problem. And you're not worried about the 97.5% problem. That math just is not right. Let me get back on it before I pull off. Yeah. Tracy Dillingham says, pull up T.I. and Tiny's son. He is out of control. Him and T.I. just got into a fight. Somebody sent me a video. Matter of fact, I think DC asked me he said, did you see the video I sent you? I believe he said that to me a little bit ago. Yeah, he said, Wyatt, did you see the video I sent you? Which one was it, D? Which one was it, DC? Because I know you sent a couple. Was it the boy fighting the girl? I don't know. Somebody put that in the Wyatt Live Messenger group. I seen that right before I came on the air. Stephen Speed says, when I was substitute teacher, mom's boyfriend. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. The screen moved. Stephen Speed says, when I was a substitute teacher, mom's boyfriend messaging with daughter, just 13, 14 years old. Yeah, that happens. Y'all know that happens. Y'all know them guys that be, that's why I try to tell these mamas, like, y'all need to really listen. Let me just say this to y'all. This is coming from experience. This is coming from experience. I haven't watched that one yet, DC, the mother and daughter. I seen that you sent it. I haven't watched it yet. Coming from experience. As a single, as a kid who grew up with a single mother who dated, I want to tell y'all something. And here go the thing. I know I'm old enough now where most of the people that's watching this show already know what I'm saying is real because you're old like me. But this is something that I want to remind you of. Maybe you didn't live the way I lived because you had a mother and a father in the home. You didn't have a stepfather or whatever. Maybe this is just something that's going to go to somebody that needs to hear it. And they'll pass it on to their kid or their grandkid. I was a kid that can damn near remember every boyfriend my mother ever had that she brought around me. And I remember distinctively what was good and what was bad about each one of them. My point, kids remember. Kids remember. Ladies, it is very important that whatever man you bring around your children, he is the type of man that you want to see your son be. If he's not the type of man that you want your son to be, then you probably have no business with him. If you like dating hustlers, pimps, motherfuckers that slap guys and girls around, if you like dating them type of dudes, you best keep them away from your son. Because your son gonna remember that dude. And he's gonna pick up the same shit that dude is doing. Take it from me. We remember. If you get in a relationship with an abusive man, your son is going to remember what that guy was doing to you. He ain't mad at the dude till later, maybe. But he'll pick up those characteristics and bring it into his manhood. I'm telling you, I can remember every man that my mother brought around me as a boyfriend. I can remember every last one of them. And you know, my mama reached out to me some time ago when I was talking about something like this. You got to understand, y'all don't know my mama, so you can't judge her. So I don't mind telling my truths. It actually helps me. Y'all don't understand. Like I've never in our community, we don't have therapists. We never went to like, you know, psychiatrists and shit like that. That's not what we ever done. So I think a lot of the things that I go through in life, it's because of what I never released as a young man or ever released as an individual, period. And I remember I called out a couple names on the show and my mother recognized those names. And she corrected me. Ma, you gonna kill me for this shit. She corrected me on one of them. She said, Lucius wasn't a bank robber, he was a dope dealer. I said, my bad, man. The other motherfucker was the bank robber then. Shit. I mean, potato, whatever. Tomato, whatever y'all do. All that shit was the same to me. A hustler is a hustler. All right. But she corrected me, and I got the text message, and I never responded to that shit because it sounded crazy to me. I'm like, okay, my bad, ma. I called the wrong shot on the wrong nothing ass dude. My fault. I thought he was a bank robber. I had the names mixed up. My fault. It was 40 years ago. So that all being said, ladies, remember who you bring around your children. Ladies, tell your daughters now. Be careful who you bring around your sons and your daughters. Because as much as this slick ass dude might love you or might look at you like you a cherishable piece of his, some of y'all got some daughters just as fine as you are in his eyes. Ooh, she young, 14, 15. Here, mama is 32, and the boyfriend 40 and a creep, 35 and a creep. It happens. They'll push up on your children, the boys and the girls. It's a weird world we live in here. We living in a crazy ass space. I've always had this thing about, why do people choose who they choose? You know, like, why do people choose who they choose? I got this clip I want y'all to see. I want y'all to see this clip real fast. I don't know if it's even close. Let me see. I don't know if it's really close to the point that I've been making today, but I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. So let me see if this can kind of. Ladies, this is probably geared a little bit more towards you all. And what I mean by that is this. Um, it's really for my fellas. But ladies, I need y'all to listen to it, because this is me breaking the man code. So don't be mad at me, Roz, DC, and some of the rest of you. Steven Speed, don't be mad at me. This is something that women really need to know, but us fellas need to talk more about. We need to know if we can handle your change. I'm going to tell you how I knew I could handle my wife's change after the clip. I'm going to tell you how I knew. I'm going to give away a gem of a secret. I'm going to tell y'all fellas what y'all need to tell y'all sons. I'm going to tell y'all mothers what y'all need to tell y'all sons after y'all watch this clip. I'm going to tell you how I knew that my wife was going to be who she was going to be, and how she was going to be fine forever and all that old shit. But I want you to see this clip here, and then I'm going to explain why I took the position that I took in my marriage. Check it out.
Married at 23 is not the same woman at 33,
Mhm.
not the same woman at 40. The woman that I married at 23 is not the same woman at 33.
Okay, my apologies. It got a little jumpy. I forgot that the clip was jumpy at the beginning. So I'm going to start it right at the beginning of where he's saying the woman at 23. He married the woman at 23. So check this out.
That I married at 23 is not the same woman at 33, and not the same woman at 43, and not the same woman at 53. Who you marry at 30 is not the same person that you're going to be with when they're 60. And my concern is that people marry an image more than they do a real person. Meaning that when we first got together, I married an image, your shape, your size, the needs that you met from me as a young man back then, not really taking in consideration the woman that you would become, how your figure would change, how you would change emotionally, spiritually, and also physically. And so the question is, can you handle me changing? Because it's just like Uncle Greg said, she's going to gain weight. That's not a profile over everybody. That's just saying she's going to change. Can your love go beyond the change that we both will endure?
I've been wanting to bring that to the table of talk for a while. It's not really messy, so a lot of people don't like these type of conversations because sometimes they're a little bit too real. But where we are right now is I'm watching the type of women that are going out here trying to be chosen by men. And they're giving us these false freaking realities, guys. They're giving us false perceptions, and they're giving us these things like, okay, what do they call those things when they get the fake butt? BBL? BBL? I don't know what it stands for, but I think I can remember it. It's a BBL. She gets a BBL at 23. At 33, does the BBL really matter to you? At 43, does the BBL have any significance in y'all life. At 53, what does that BBL really mean to y'all? What does it really mean? Steven Speed said Brazilian butt lift. Is that really what it is? I mean, seriously, I'm not into those things. Um, I like butt, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not into fake butts, but I'm just saying. So I'm not, it's my culture. I don't live in that culture of understanding Brazilian butt lifts and shit like that. So it's BBL, Brazilian butt lift. Okay. It makes sense. It makes sense. But I heard they go to Miami. It must be a Brazilian doctor down there. I guess, I don't know. But I'm just saying, at 23 years old, look at what our guys are going after. I see it on Instagram. I see it on Facebook. I see all these fake ass, I see all these fake ass, fake reality women. Like, I mean, ladies, do you really want that man to marry you because you have a BBL or you have a big butt? Don't you want a man to marry you for who you are? Or do you feel that you're competing against something that they're not even going to like after a few years? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. And I want y'all, I'm going to play this again because I screwed it up, but I want y'all to hear how deep this brother is. Just think about it. Like, and then I'm going to give you an idea of what I did as a young man. Because keep in mind, look, man, I had my time. I had my moments to play. I didn't start all super early like a lot of my friends. I might have started as early as them, but I didn't become a man like they became a man. See, they never really became a man because they had these babies at an early age, and it made us feel like we were men. But that's not being a man. A man is taking care of your children and taking care of your responsibilities, okay? Because you can daddy a child don't mean you can father a child. All right? So I want you to hear what this brother says again, and then after I let it play this time, I'm going to give you one of the secrets that I took under my wing and how I chose who I chose. Check this out.
The woman that I married at 23 is not the same woman at 33 and not the same woman at 43 and not the same woman at 53. Who you marry at 30 is not the same person that you're going to be with when they're 60. And my concern is that people marry an image more than they do a real person. Meaning that when we first got together, I married an image, your shape, your size, the needs that you met from me as a young man back then, not really taking in consideration the woman that you would become, how your figure would change, how you would change emotionally, spiritually, and also physically. And so the question is, can you handle me changing? Because it's just like Uncle Greg said, she's going to gain weight. That's not a profile over everybody. That's just saying she's going to change. Can your love go beyond the change that we both will endure? The woman.
Sorry about that, guys. So basically, what I'm trying to say is the things that I see our young men going after is not something that they're going to be interested in 10 years from now, 20 years from now. And these young ladies are out here trying to sell themselves on this. And ladies, I'm sorry if you're getting angry at me because I'm trying to make it sound like it's y'all fault. But fellas, we play a big part in making them feel like they need all of that. We play a huge part because we give those women that got all that artificial or all of these things that don't really matter, we give them all the attention. And we don't pay attention to the queens, the women with the real queen behavior. Now, I told you I would give my secret up, and I'm going to tell you, I only had to use my secret one time. So I feel my secret and my move was appropriate. I felt it was right. So I'm going to share it with everybody. One of the things when I was dating and I would look at a woman, because I'll be honest with you, I can't remember ever dating just pretty women. Like I remember some girls that I was into that didn't look all that great. I mean, like they weren't Miss Hottie Two Shoes and shit. You know, she wasn't. She, you know, they might have been. They. I always like clean women, but I've always wanted women. You know, that just. I was more kind of into personalities. I'll be honest with you. But at the younger ages, yeah, they had to be cute, and then I found myself getting out of them just being cute and how they carried themselves as I got a little older. Now, let me tell you what I used to do. Oh, this is so wrong, but it is so true. I don't care how cute or how non-cute a woman or a girl was when I was dating her. I made it my business where if I was into her, if I really liked her, I had to get to her crib. I had to get to her house. You know why? Because first of all, I wanted to know if she had a daddy at home. So I would always get into a conversation about mom and dad and shit like that. How your daddy doing and shit. Because a lot of women that are raised by just a mother, they have men issues. Yeah, that's another conversation for another day. Okay. But I also wanted to know what her mama looked like. Because her mother is 10 years, 15, 20 years, 30 years ahead of where she is right now. And if mom don't look all that great, 20 years older than her daughter or 30 years older than her daughter, if mom is if she didn't already wrinkled all the way up, if mom is already slunched back, if mom is having health issues, if mom walking around with a motherfucking oxygen tank and shit on, this ain't the one for me. I'm just being honest. If she walking around with shit, with 2 or 3 cigarettes coming out her mouth and shit like that, it ain't the one for me. You gonna be like your mama. And that just lets me know right now this shit ain't gonna work out. I'm sorry. And that happened one time, man. That guy gonna strike me down for telling y'all this shit. What am I doing on here saying this? I I went over one of my little friend's house. It was over after that. It was over. Mom was sitting on the couch. She had an oxygen tank and a pack of fucking Virginia Slims with Menthols sitting there. I'm like, she was like, come on in. And I'm going to tell you, her daughter was fine as hell. Her daughter was the finest in school. You know who they remind you of? On Everything I Love. Who remember that lady, Vanessa Williams, back in the day? The Vanessa Williams, the light skin with the gray eyes and shit like that. She looked like that. And at school, she would come to school. She had the K-Swiss on and everything was beautiful. Her hair was always done right. It was always in the right place. And every time something came out on a rap video, like when Salt and Pepper came out with Push It Real Good, she had the coat, the boots, the round hat. She had all that shit. Every time something came out, she had it. My type of girl. Beautiful. She looked like Salt, from Salt and Pepper. I had to have her. But of course, I stayed to my regular scheduled programming. We went out a few times, we did what we did. And I loved the fact that she looked good and all that. She took me to the crib to introduce me to her mama. And when I got there, her mama was what I just described. And I'm saying to myself, this shit is over. I mean, this is over. You know what I mean? And here go the thing. The first thing came out of her mama mouth is, "Oh, this the little dude." And you can always tell how girls are raised based on how they mama talk. And she was like, "Oh, this the little dude. This the little money getting dude." Money getting dude. So what kind of fucking conversations y'all been having about me? Well, I mean, you just told on your daughter. You just told on your daughter, like, I do what I do, but damn, mama, I don't know you to be putting to be saying some shit like that out loud. I'm at her house and she on the oxygen tank smoking cigarettes and a Pepsi. And I'm the money getting dude. Oh, yeah, it's over. So after that, I pieced the little girl out. She was beautiful. And guys didn't understand it. They didn't understand why I didn't want her. And, hey, years later, when this thing called the internet and Facebook and shit came out, I found her. I mean, you kind of run into people when they had these, what do they call them? Those class reunions and shit. I happened to find her. And I seen her on the thing, and we reached out and said, hey, and you know what? I ain't gonna lie. She still looked good, 75 pounds bigger and all that. I ain't in, look, y'all, listen, don't think that 75 pounds bigger was like a hit, like I was knocking. I'm okay with thickness. I'm okay with that, just to let y'all know. But reason why I said 75 pounds bigger is because that was 4 kids and 3 baby daddies later. See, I knew that oxygen tank and them cigarettes told the truth about this shit. I knew I wasn't crazy. And then she called me. Of course I gave her my number and shit. I ain't gonna lie. She lived in Dallas. She was in Texas, so wasn't nothing happening. So I was like, yeah, hey, how you been, girl? And it's always cool to talk to people you ain't seen in 25, 30 years or some shit like that. So I hit her and I'm like, hey, how you been, sis? And bow. And she was like, I always thought we was gonna be together. And I had to play it off. And I was like, well, so did I. I thought you was gonna be that one. And I couldn't stop thinking about that damn oxygen tank and them cigarettes. And I was like, I already knew she wasn't going to be it because of her mama. I already knew. So fellas, tell your sons, ladies, mamas, tell your son when he's dating a woman, a young girl, yeah, make sure you don't get too involved into these women until you meet their family. You got to meet what's that one little boy named the Blueface dude with the tats all over his face, and he had the little girl that got the missing tooth in the front. Do I still have a picture of her? I think I took her down. Yeah, I think I took her down. But what's his name? Blueface and the little girl that they got a baby together now. I'm going to just say this. I watched the video. One of y'all sent it to the Wyatt Live messenger group. I had to ask my daughter, who is this dude? It's the Blueface rapper dude, right? And his girlfriend, and they didn't have a baby now. But the video clip that I seen, this little dude got jumped by her whole family. From the drunk ass daddy and the drunk ass mama, the bitch ass punk ass little brother, the sisters and the cousins, all drunk. He didn't flip the bill, put all of them in a nice hotel. They meeting outside. Did y'all see that? Meeting outside the hotel. I'm like, bro, this is your girlfriend and you ain't met none of these motherfuckers yet. You don't know none of them. You claiming her and putting babies in her and you ain't seen none of this yet? See? My secret works. Ladies and gentlemen, the moral to this story is you have to meet the family. The family tells you the future of where you're going to be. I don't care how fine she is. I don't care how she claimed to be different than everybody in the family, because that's impossible. I'm nothing like my father. Me. Now that's logically, that's a lie. That's misinforming my audience when I say, because my dad was a deadbeat, he didn't do shit for me. He hit my mama and ran and all that old goofy ass shit. He did no support of me. I could easily say I'm nothing like my father. But that can't be logically, genetically. That's false. I know the things that I have that my father has. I might not have taken his moral positions, but damn it, I inherited his hustle. That's something I can't take away from him. I did inherit his hustle. And if I could thank him for anything, it would be that mistake right there. It's like, damn, you fuck around, you ain't do shit for me, you know, you ain't do nothing for me. But I did inherit your hustle. You know, that ambition to try to and keep going. Sometimes it worked out for you and that was good. Sometimes it didn't and you ended up in jail. I used that ambitious and that hustle to do it a little bit differently. So thank you. Thank you for the strength and the perseverance. Thank you. But that's all that came from me. But all I'm saying, go look at the families. Go look at the families. Let me see if I got this video working right here, because these are the women right here that end up with baby daddies. Who's seen this in the Wyatt Live Messenger group? The 3 ladies from Philadelphia who out at the beach and the little dude stop them and ask them, how much does a man need to make to be with you? These ladies, I know today look like an attack on Lady Day, but today is a reality man and woman talk day. All right. Today is that day that I feel like I can get away with this shit. I'm just going to be honest with you. These are the women that end up with no man, and they end up with baby daddies because they want a man for all the wrong reasons. Let me see if I can put this video up. Here it is. Check this out.
What's your name?
Kia.
Kia. Where you from?
Philly.
Okay, you came here from Philly?
I came here.
You having a good time?
I'm having a great time.
Okay, calm down. I just good. Okay, what's your name?
S.
You from Philly?
Yes, I am.
Okay, what's your name?
Jarrell.
Where you from?
Philly.
Oh, so y'all all came from Philly. Okay, so quick question. What's the minimum amount of money a man needs to make to date you?
Oh, my God. So, there. I don't know how easy.
We ain't got much time.
Oh, you need to make at least 150,000.
Okay, you make 150,000?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, what about you?
Around the same amount.
150. You make 150?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I
we
make
gonna
about
come back to
70.
her. We gonna
I
go
make
back to
about 70, but he got to make more than me.
Okay. What about you?
I'm with the over 150.
And you make 150?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But he need to make more than me.
Okay, so why do you feel a man needs to make more money than you?
Because he's the provider.
And what are you?
Not no roommate. Sprinkle.
So let me ask you a question. I don't know nothing about that. So let me ask you a question. If your man make more than you, do you think the bill should be 50-50?
I'm not doing 50-50.
What you doing?
Nothing. He can handle it.
$150,000 ain't a lot of money.
It's not, but he can handle it.
Okay, what you doing in your relationship?
I'm gonna do 40.
What you doing?
Nothing.
Okay, so which one of y'all married? Thanks.
Ain't none of them married. None of them married. And they talking shit. They talking shit. Do you know what that video remind me of? That video remind me of all these women that's been lying. Y'all been lying. You know that list? Do I have that list? Do I have that list of where to go on a first date, where to go or where not to go on a first date? Did I get rid of that? I think I got rid of it. And I think somebody was like, Applebee's is a no-no, and all these restaurants and shit that you can go to have fun and all this. They had these list of places that was a no-no. Thank you, Linda Reed. They capping. They capping. Now, let me tell you something that's real. It is very real for a woman to be out here making $150,000 and can't find a man. That is definitely a thing that's happening right now. And it's not because she make $150,000. Yeah, David Herring, Cheesecake Factory. They some damn fools talking about don't take me to Cheesecake. What is wrong with Cheesecake Factory? And the ones that saying don't take me to Cheesecake Factory, you know your ass be sitting at the door waiting if he said he was on his way to take you to Cheesecake Factory. You'll be wig on straight, you ready to go. So, where we going, baby? We gonna go to Cheesecake Factory. Okay, what time you gonna pick me up? You ain't gonna complain about no damn Cheesecake Factory. You ain't gonna complain about Arby's, damn it, because you ain't been nowhere. Ain't no man taking your ass nowhere in the first place. Don't trip. You ain't gonna complain if he take you to the park with sandwiches. Stop capping. They had this big ass list of places, and I'm like, shit, the last time I've been to Cheesecake Factory, wasn't nothing wrong with Cheesecake Factory. I mean, damn, where you want to go? Oh, you want me to take you somewhere that I got to keep up with? I got to put the shit on my credit card so I can pay $20 a month to pay the shit off. That's what you want? So that's the type of man you want. So if that's the kind of man you want, then you want a man that's used to being in debt. Y'all relationship ain't gonna work. Because what's the first thing that happens, fellas, when we get in debt? Women don't care. They don't care if we're in debt. They don't care if you owe more than what you have out here. Just keep up. Fellas, that's definitely a red flag for us. Ladies, that's just giving you some of the bro code that you need to know. If a woman is willing to let you sacrifice everything you have, and she's not willing to pitch in or not willing to be in a position to not see you fail, if she's setting you up for failure, she will always be like these three women right here, talking about how much a man gotta make. Not what a man offers a woman, not if he's a good father, not if he is career oriented. You know, the right answer to that question when that young man asked him how much a man got to make, you know what the right answer should have been? For my classy women, they already know. I ain't got to put the words in their mouth. A classy woman would have said, it's not how much he make, it's what he does for a living. It's what he gets up every day to do. That's what classy ass women would say. And another woman would have said, I don't know what he makes. I mean, I know what he make, but that don't matter. Because what we make and what we have together is the only thing that shines for us. His contribution and my contributions don't really matter. That don't really matter. And that's the type of, now I know y'all gonna say, and this is coming from a dude that when we go out, my wife, she carries a purse because it looks nice. Because I am a man. Like, I feel like that if I take my family out, it's my family. My wife is the backbone of the family. I'm the strength. You understand? There's a combination of a body that puts a family together, and we know our roles. But I've never had my wife pull out a credit card or a damn debit card or pull out cash and say, hey, I'm gonna, no. I mean, in all the years, the only time she'll do that is if it's a special occasion, like if it's my birthday. And honestly, there's been times that we're out on my birthday, which is coming up, by the way. I hate to plug it because y'all know how it is. Anyway, today is my wife's birthday, by the way. So we're going to go out to dinner. Do you think we about to split this shit 50-50? You think I'm about to be like, okay, the bill 112. You know what I mean? It's 115. What you got on it? I need 40%. I need 30%. I look like a damn fool. See, that real men don't do that. And a real woman is not looking for a man to just be there for everything. No. There's a combination. There's the people that think that way. They think that way, and then they have different type of conversations amongst their friends, and they all trying to figure out a combination they trying to figure out there's a lock of happiness, and they all trying to figure out the combination together. And what they don't realize is that they're turning the combination lock the wrong way. They don't even understand that there's a certain way that you have to figure out the combination. And the way to do that is to surround yourself with people who are already in the safe. If you want something that other people have, you have to go out and be with them. If I want to know how to be broke, I hang around broke people. If I want to be rich, I hang around rich people. I got to figure out a way to make myself acceptable to be in the circles that I want to maintain myself in. If I want to be oppressed and I want to continue to talk about what's fucked up out here, that's easy crowd to find. That's an easy group of people to find. Shit, let me tell you something. And y'all gonna hate me for saying this piece of truth. You know that old saying is lonely at the top? It's not lonely. There's a lot of room. But I know where it's crowded. I know there's crowded in the room of negativity. I know there's a lot of people that just don't want to see you eat. They don't want to see you win. That room is a standing room only, not an empty seat in the building. So I just do this. My logic is this. Whether you think I'm being arrogant or whatever you want to take it, some people appreciate arrogance because arrogance means somebody's telling the truth. Let me express something to you. You'll never see me in a room of losers because we adapt. We're creatures of habit. You put me in a room full of losers, chances are I'm going to lose at whatever the hell I'm trying to do. Unless I need losers to accomplish my goals. That's the only time you see a winner in a loser's room. So keep in mind when you see the big man that walk in and he got all the money and everybody else falling back and he controlling the scene and you can hear him breathe because it's quiet as a mouse in the church. Chances are he's here to use your ass. Who remember that post I put out last week? Let's find it. I feel like a preacher at the church. All right, everybody turn to Corinthians chapter 16, 72-5. Who remember that post I put out? Let's go to it real fast. Let's go to it. Here it is right here. November the 18th. Let me get my preacher towel. In the Lord. Can the church say amen? We're going to go to Facebook, November the 18th, 2023. My entrepreneurs, stop doing business with frauds. They chose you for a reason. This is my TD Jakes right here. My entrepreneurs, see, I keep shit real. I say these things for a reason because there are people that actually pay attention to some of the things that I say. And a lot of the things that I say come to pass, right? Y'all know, we talk about that over here. To my entrepreneurs, stop doing business with frauds because you didn't choose them. They're not really doing you a favor by allowing you to be in their presence. They chose you. They chose you to be there. Yeah, they chose you. Your ass is there by design because they're about to use you. I used to say this one little thing a long time ago. I'm sure I didn't create it, but you know how you say some things and you be like, damn, I said that shit a long time ago. Who thought it? You thought of something? You ever been in a space in life where it's like, I made that up. And people be like, bro, that's been out for 200 years. Like, nah, I'm the only one that ever said that. Well, one of mine, and I know y'all gonna laugh at me, but I'm an honest guy and I can tell you what I feel stupid about sometimes. I used to think that I created the phrase, if I'm the smartest one in the room, then I'm in the wrong room. I really thought I made that shit up. I didn't preach it to people. I kept it to myself, but it was my personal feelings. And I can't remember anybody ever saying that shit to me. So in my mind, I thought I made it up. Did that ever happen to you? You ever said some shit in your head and you've been living that way and you think of that and you just, one day you hear somebody say the shit and you be like, where you get that from? Oh, you heard me say that before? Or you was thinking you heard me thinking that? And they be like, no, man, my granny, my mama just used to say that. We used to say that, blah, blah, blah. You be like, no, I made that shit up. No, that's one of mine. And it's the truth. I feel like this. So now that I know I didn't make it up, I've come to grips that it's been out for a long time. But I had to go to what my grandmother taught me a long time ago. And she said, great minds think alike. And I think that's, okay, I'll take that. Since I've been thinking that if I'm the smartest in the room, then I'm in the wrong room. If you're the richest in the room, you're in the wrong room. But now let me tell you something. If you're the brokest or if you're the poorest in the room, depending on what that room look like, you just might be in the right place. You just might be in the right place. Because we're creatures of habit. And if I could see somebody that's doing something that I know I could possibly do and it can better my life, I'm at it. I'm not going to hate on them. I'm not going to go back and talk behind their back. I'm not going to do those things. And see, what I've learned and what I've noticed in the last few years of a lot of people, the same people that say that opportunities don't exist, those be the main people that be burning their own bridges and they block their own blessings. And they love being in that crowded space. And they're always in the right room because they choose those people. So to my entrepreneurs, once again, do not do business with frauds. And you know they're a fraud, and you feel this is an opportunity for you to get experience, or you can get this, or you can get, no, you about to get used. I had to stay away from frauds. Let me tell you what I did, and then, you know, you could judge me however you want to judge me or say whatever you want to do. But I actually had to not accept an opportunity from somebody that I knew was a fraud. I went to them humbly and said, hey, look, I don't want to be the man, the boss, and all that old shit. I just want to stick around you and learn, and I'll be the side guy. And I got my own money, so whatever you need, I'll be your side guy to, you know, the hype man, and I'll do this. I just want to learn the industry. I want to learn the business of boxing. This was years ago. And after having a conversation of saying that, and I listened to this person, and I know that now they conning, and now they on some fraud shit, I had to back up. And I had to say, wait a minute, hold on. You know, like, I'm fresh at this. I'm new at this, but I'm far from a stupid individual. This don't sound right. So what did I do? Instead of buying the interest, buying the opportunity, buying into that fraud shit, I said, well, if I'm going to get the money away, and if I'm going to lose some money, I'd rather lose it to some people while I'm learning. Because once I learn something, you can't take that away from me. But what you can do is you can trick me out of this money, and I ain't learned a damn thing. To my brothers and my sisters, we the smartest. We just need to apply it. But us being the smartest, you best believe the snakes are in the high grass. They know not to teach you. They know not to teach you. And if you're dealing with a fraud, they know not to teach you, so you can't compete. You'll be better off taking your money and losing it, learning, because once you learn, they can't take that away from you. But if I pay you what I lost and I ain't learned anything, I just gave you my money. Listen, one of the reasons why I started Wyatt Live, it was to go against all of that bullshit ass talk about what we could and what we couldn't do. And I felt like I was a perfect fit for what the Lord wanted us to learn and what he wanted us to do. Now, y'all can say I'm doing whatever I got to. Look, I'm the wrong guy that you could say, don't know. If I was a silver spoon kid from the suburbs talking to my people, this would be a different conversation. Y'all could get on me about that shit. But I'm 1335 John Street to the day I die. I'm a single 14-year-old mama who had boyfriends, and I can remember them. All I can tell you is this, whether you want to hear it or not. Once we learn the combination, damn it, we own. And there are people out here that don't want you to listen to me because I'm part of learning how to turn that knob of the combination. They want you to listen to all the people that are popular. They want you to know why we can't do something. They got every reason in the world of why it can't be done. And I'm here to tell you that everything they tell you you can't do, and for whatever reason they tell you you can't do it, I'm here to tell you that you can. I'm proof of it, damn it. That's my time. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 1 o'clock.
I've been patient, patiently waiting. I've been faking for a long time. And now I want you. Ooh, I want you. Oh, patient, patiently waiting. I've been faking for a long time. Now I want you. Ooh, I want you. Oh, you got me all in my feelings. Why is it taking this long? I need you running, running, running to my arms. Jealous for you, but I just can't help it. I'd rather be out there with you than on my own. Oh, I don't wanna waste time. I don't wanna waste time. Oh no. I don't wanna waste time. I don't wanna waste time. Oh no. I don't wanna take your love for granted. I just wanna cherish every second. You and me together, what a blessing. Please just tell me that you get the message. No, I don't wanna. You and me, oh, ecstasy, ecstasy, oh. Yeah. No, I don't wanna. You and me, oh, ecstasy, ecstasy, oh. You got me all in my feelings. Why is this taking this long? I need you running, running, running to my arms. Jealous for you, but I just can't help it. No way. I don't wanna waste time. I don't wanna waste time. Oh no. I don't wanna waste time. I don't wanna waste time. Oh no. No.
Yeah, come on, let's
I don't wanna waste time. I don't wanna waste time. Oh no. I don't wanna waste time. I don't wanna waste time. Oh no.
Get in your bag, stay in your bag. 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 Get in your bag, stay in your bag.